Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Mixed dollar as risk aversion makes a comeback analysis. http ntvforex.com news ID 7927 FC 8 2020 21 28:41 p.m. Risk off trade dominated overnight after the disappointing FOMC minutes. US-China frictions are also rubbing the markets, though the two nations have again agreed to hold talks soon to discuss the Phase 1 trade deal. So far today, NBSP risk aversion is making a comeback and stock markets are heading south. Investors waiting for a dovish signal in the FOMC minutes were disappointed yesterday, with the framework review, and thus discussions on a more symmetric inflation target have not concluded yet. Coupled with a gloomy view on the outlook, that put pressure on stocks and supported bonds, leaving the German 10-year yield at 0.49%, the gilt rate at 0.22% and the US 10-year rate at 0.66%. GER 30 and UK 100 have lost 0.93% and 1.16% respectively so far today as markets wait for weekly US claims numbers. The dollar has retained demand in the wake of the FOMC minutes, the bottom line from which was that there is no immediate plan to take unconventional stimulus measures in monetary policy. However, it lost ground against the pound. Cable has reversed to 1.3148, extending a correction from yesterday's 6-day low at 1.3065. The pound has in the meanwhile seen a down then up price action against the euro, with EUR posting a high at 0.9068 before reversing to near 0.9010, recouped intraday losses against the yen and is showing a 0.5% gain on the underperforming Australian dollar. The pound-AS outlook is seen to have a more circumspect view of the pound-AS upside potential. The jump in July inflation data has not materially affected the BOE policy outlook, other than to diminish the possibility of negative interest rates. We also take the view that trade discussions may not be going as well as has been publicly indicated recently by the UK Prime Minister's spokesperson. A well-connected UK journalist for The Sun tabloid reported this week of a growing whispers that the EU's demands for the so-called a level playing field rules which will keep the UK bound to EU rules in return for a generous trade deal could be too much to overcome for the UK government. It is also understood that Brussels is hoping that the UK will buckle in its demands on this front under the pressure of a deadline, which will be October's EU Leaders Summit, which at the very least will keep the uncertainty going until then. Given the risks of a no deal, or only a narrow deal, we expect the pound-AS upside to be limited from here, at least in trade-weighted terms. We also anticipate the UK's economic recovery from full lockdown to plateau in the weeks and months ahead. There are a number of localized lockdowns across the UK and new travel restrictions with foreign countries, while the government's furlough scheme will end in late October, which is likely to cause a sizable upward jolt to the unemployment rate, with the aviation, retail, and hospitality sectors to be hard hit. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors.